What's up, guys? West Coast Picks here, and today I have this Russwin Copperfield that was pinned up by Random Locks, and it was sent to me by Trekmaster30 in a nice, awesome package full of locks, and it feels kind of dry in there, and the key is a little rough to put in and out, so I'm going to give it a shot of lube here. Just a little bit of lube will do. Wipe down. See if that's any better. Yeah, a lot smoother now. Still a little rough going in and out on the key. That's probably due to some heavy springs in there or something. But we shall find out. See what Random Locks put in here. I think this is my first Random Locks lock to pick, and I will be using a pick that Trekmaster just sent me. Nice looking deep gem, and top of the keyway. And let's see what Random Locks put in here. Pick all the way in. A little bit of a false set there. Whenever you touch the pin in the back and it dropped down a little bit. Click out of 3. Click out of 1. Almost felt like a counter there, but it's kind of muted. I don't want to. Oh, there we go. It's a good thing too. I don't want to force anything that doesn't really want to go yet. You save that until the end when there's no more feedback to go off of. That's when you start forcing pins. Feedback here in the back. Come on. Well, it clicked, but that's about all it did. If anything, I lost a little bit of my false set. Back here. Did I get it? Oh, there we go. Wow. So it was kind of muted. Everything was kind of muted in there. I did have what felt like a little bit of a spool in the back, and a bunch of clicks. So we will see. If I had to guess, everything was pretty rough to set in there. So if I had to guess, there's probably some decent threading and some serrations and maybe a spool or two. The lock works, so I'm not going to worry too much about locking it up. But I'll try not to. See if I can get it apart without doing that. Oh yeah. No problem. Oop, I just fell back down. There we go. And I will shim it just in case. I don't feel any T-pins in there or anything, but you never do know. Lube really makes things easier. I usually lube up my challenge locks either during my picks or right before I turn the camera on, just because these locks travel and not a lot of people lube up their locks, so I like to give it a little bit of lube, just helps out. Ooh, and this one was dirty. Doesn't help that I got a white plug follower, but I'll wipe off some excess lube here. We got nicely serrated pin. Very nicely serrated pin on 2. Standard on 3. Standard on 4. Nicely serrated pin on 5. And a standard on 6. Oh wow, okay. There's actually quite a bit of work done to this core, to this plug here. Let's see. Yeah, I'll get a flashlight in here. You can see better if I can get it to work. There we go. So as you can see, 1, 2, and 5 are threaded, and 3 and 6 are actually countermilled. Very deeply countermilled as well. Yeah, and number 4 is standard. It's the only standard pin in the plug. So a lot of work's been done to this one. I might have just lucked out getting it in the time I got it in. But lube does help a lot. Helps things slick around in the lock there. Wipe off the shim. Excess lube here. Alright. The focus on this thing is just abysmal. Come on. Autofocus my ass. Alright. What we got in here? Pin 1. Very spooled. Looks like a repurposed key pin. Really common. I do that too. I repurpose key pins for challenge locks, but I flatten them off at the top. You might as well. You have it in the Dremel or for me it's the pin lathe. But you have it in there anyway, so you might as well flatten it off. This is a serrated or double spool, whatever you would want to call it. Nice and sharp on the bottom. And that spool in one is very sharp as well. So might as well start taking these springs out too, because I'm sure there's been work done to the top of this thing. That is a mushroom, very sharp on the bottom. Let's get these first few springs out here, guys. Regular spring. Looks like the same spring. Same spring. And in 4 we got standard, the obligatory standard. Same kind of spring, steel springs. A double serrated, or kind of wide serrations, but they all kind of are. So. Another one of the same springs, and in 6 we got another deep spool. So that's be where I got my false set from. My spooled lock. And if it wasn't for the lube, you know, I probably would have got hung up a lot more, but the lube really helps push through serrations and counter milling and stuff like that. It just helps it slide along. Where's my pick? There it is. And let's see. Oh, all standard up top. Nothing done to the Bible. So, this is what Random Locks put in this awesome lock. Focus. There we go. As you can see, some really nice deep serrations, different widths, different depths, nice and sharp to catch on the counter milling and the threading. Nice sharp spoolage here on all three spools. They're all nice and sharp. Also pretty deep. It's a nice mushroom type. Just slips right down in there. Those are pretty nice. And then a couple more serrations up top. So some pretty nice pins there, guys. Actually, kind of surprised. It wasn't more of a fight with all that work that was done to the core, but I could have lucked out, or the lube does help quite a bit. You put some lube in a lock and it helps. Anyway, guys, thank you Random Locks for pinning up this lock and sending it out to the community. Thank you Trekmaster30 for sending it to me. And thank you all for watching. It's a little far off now, but I'm thinking of my 300th video giveaway already, and it looks like it's going to be a lot like the last one. I'm going to make up a bunch of tools and have a whole kit to give away, and hopefully one of the newer guys wins it. But whoever wins it wins it. Anyway, guys, later.